Hey, what's up, Max? Rebel, what's going on, man? Anthony, hey guys. How about you paint the bathroom? Nice, man. I've done a fair bit of painting myself over the years, so I know exactly what you're going through. Actually, I need another coat in the bathroom. It's been like 5 years. I'm still yet to do a second coat, third coat for the ceiling. Oh. It's one of the most fun of things. Mark, oh, thank you, man. Take it a day at a time, man. There's nothing else to it. One day at a time, and the days keep on rolling by, and you start to stack them up. It's all about the mentality of it. That's one day at a time. You can always do something, that's for sure. I'll start up with some bench today. Thinking about doing some deadlifts, but I'm not sure. I think my back is still fried. Maybe not deadlift today. What advice would you give to someone who may benefit from training less? Any good ways to assess this? Training less. Training less. There's many ways you can approach this, right? You could be talking about training less frequent, less volume per session. There's many different ways to do it. Let's say somebody like me, right? Maybe that's what you're kind of implying. I don't know. Somebody like me, I love frequency. I love to be able to get out here and do something every single day. So you could say to yourself, okay, Van, instead of doing 4, 5, 6 different exercises every single day, why don't you do 2? That's training less. So you can come in here, instead of having 2-hour sessions every day or 90-minute sessions every day, say to yourself, every day I'm going to train for 30 to 45 minutes. That's it. And so break it up like that. You could do it that way. When would you want to do that? Well, that's entirely up to you, man. Like, a lot of these things are individual. What might work for you might not work for somebody else. Like I keep saying to everyone, your training is not just about a physical expression. There's a lot of things going on. If you're watching this, you're probably not a professional athlete. You're just another regular guy in the world. And, you know, if you're watching this, you're probably not a world level, elite level lifter. So then you ask yourself, okay, what are my goals? What do I want to achieve in all of this? And then you start to ask some of these questions, and depending on the results of some of these questions, you might start to kind of figure things out for yourself. If goals are everything that you have in life and you just work and live for training, you might say, I need to train more frequency, 3 days a week, 3 days, 3 times a day. The IFBB bodybuilders did that as well. They trained 3 times a day. Randall Coleman used to say he used to do an hour on the stairs, on the Stairmaster in the morning, have a training session in some part of the day, I'm not sure when, and then before sleep he would have another hour on the freaking Stairmaster. So that is 3 training sessions per day. So that is like IFBB pro bodybuilder, the greatest of all time, 8 Olympias, whatever he's got, 8 Olympias. And then there's me, who works at the hospital, has 3 kids, normal life. I'm trying to fit this in. I can't train 3 times a day. So then you start to kind of like wrestle with some of these different variables, and so hopefully you come to some conclusion. If you're implying that I'm training too much, it's probably not a case of training too much. It's probably under recovering. And under recovery, there's a whole host of different things you can look into why somebody might be under recovering. Sleep, nutrition are probably the biggest ones, and you go from there. Stress from work, places, whatever. The idea of you're doing too much work is very unlikely if you're a normal fellow like you and I. For 22 hours of the day, I'm not doing anything, any exertion. To say that 2 hours a day is too much exertion for somebody in his prime of his life, physical life, it is something that I'll never agree. I always say to everyone, if you think you've got it hard and you're such a tough ass, go look at some history and see what men used to do back in the day, working 18 hours a day, working on the fields all the time, blah, 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 blah. Nobody can convince me that that was easier than your 90-minute HIIT training session. It's so difficult. Nobody can convince me that. So I'm never going to buy that unless you're a professional athlete, unless you are a really high performance athlete. Most people that are watching this video, in fact, all the people that are watching this video, and most people that you know in your life fit into the box of you're probably not doing enough training. You are not that good. As I know a lot of people like to think of themselves as this badass weapons and everyone's so tough. You are not. If you were so good, we would know you. You're probably somewhere, blah, blah, blah. So most of us are just regular Joes. And for regular Joes, I say do as much as you can, as much as you want to, you will be fine. And most of the time, when you start to overtrain, your body will tell you and you'll go to sleep and you have an easier session. Most of us don't fight through fatigue. Most of us don't fight through pains and so on and some of the rest of it. So I think a lot of us think we're doing too much because we have some story in our mind that we're so tough and we're so good. That is not the case. The vast majority of us are not doing enough work. And so for my case, I say to myself, I'm not doing enough compared to my ancestors who worked in the freaking mines for a million freaking years, you know, doing 16-hour days, that kind of stuff. That is hard work. That is a hard life. That is hard across all boards. I'll finish this hour-and-a-half session. I'm going to go back inside the house, have a nice warm shower, have a big-ass meal to eat, and then sit on a leather sofa with a perfectly air-conditioned room and love and support from a family. Then we'll go to a warm bed. There's no stress. My friend, that is a very easy existence, and I'll never say that things are tough. You're not tough. You could probably train harder. But if you are an elite athlete and you're pushing the limits, your body will tell you, you will start to get aches and pains, you'll start to break down, you'll start to get, big plateaus despite this is your whole life and everything's going on. You got the best coaching, the best training, the best everything. Everything's going into this and you're not making progress. You might be looking at your training too much. But for the vast majority of us, you are very, very safe from that problem. Apollo, man, every single day you come in here and you try to put me off. When will you stop this nonsense of training every day squatting? And you're wrong about calisthenics. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Apollo, are you some sort of all-knowing superhuman being, or let's say God, And whatever you say goes. What makes you so sure that you are right and I'm wrong? Can't we say that we have difference in opinion? What makes you think that you're going to convince me of your truth? You come across so forcefully. So you've looked at everything and you're the most intelligent person in the room and you have all the answers. What makes you think I'm going to believe what you have to say? Oh, yes, I love it. Science. The man pulls up science. My favorite. I like training every day too, but it seems to be against the grain. Which grain, Max? Which grain are you referring to? The normal grain or the professional athlete grain? Tell me which athlete doesn't train every day. Tell me the best of the best, and tell me who doesn't work on their art every single day. Come on. You're telling me Djokovic trains 3 days a week? You tell me Cristiano Ronaldo trains 3 days a week? You reckon Messi? You reckon LeBron only trains 3 days a week? You reckon LeBron only shoots the ball 3 days a week? You reckon he only does strength and conditioning 3 days a week? You reckon he only stretches 3 days a week? Tell me. I'd love to see. All of these things are just self-imposed limitations that you might have on yourself. You can go to sleep without a belief that that you're training too much. That's fine, dude. Train less. Fucking train 1 day a week, man. Let's just do that and see where that gets you. That's it. Maybe up the dose on some of the steroids. Maybe that's the key to all of this. Oh, Mick. Soft knee on the lockout. All of these people that are telling you soft knee on the lockout. My friend, he lifted 505 kilos. He lifted it, right? Don't give me this soft lockout, soft freaking... He had his mouth in the wrong position and he was looking in the wrong way, and that's why my friend, he lifted that thing all the way to lockout. It's the end of the story, dude. Let's not get too technical about some of these things. Or, he didn't hold his breath enough for the lift. Come on, dude. He lifted 505 kilos all the way to lockout. That's done. He's done it. Like, what's with this crazy shit, man? Soft lockout. Get out of here, dude. I keep saying all these things on the internet about soft lockout. Ridiculous. But this is the age we live in. Like, people are so happy to see somebody succeed and then try and tear them down at the first opportunity. That's the thing we live in. Most people that make some of these comments are the losers sitting on the sidelines. It's always been the case. The people that are criticizing you most likely just spectators on the sidelines, not doing anything in their life. And so they just sit there and just hurl abuse and try and put somebody down. In the highest moments of their careers, they try to put people down. Or soft knee lockout. Oh my Lord. All right, you do it then. You do half. That's kind of the response I have to all of these. It's so silly. It's rare to come across a bodybuilding routine that offers a 7-day split, but I guess it's an all arbitrary. I try and make it work. Well, dude, if you're a bodybuilder, like I'm not a bodybuilder, and never did I say I'm a bodybuilder. If you're a bodybuilder and you want to train 7 days a week, that might not work for you and around your life. But I never said I was a bodybuilder. I'm not bodybuilding. I'm just a guy in the garage training. So I don't know what to tell you. Apollonis, I prefer calisthenics and swimming. No, you're wrong, Apollonis. You're wrong. Science says you can't do calisthenics and swimming at the same time. I've read so much science about it. Oh, Danish, what's going on, man? Danish, good to see you again. What's the idea behind the shrugs? Oh, the shrugs. I did some work for the traps yesterday as well with protractions, or like the push-up plus, the plus portion. It's basically in the same box as farmer's carries, suitcase carries, protractions, shrugs, lateral raises, upright row. All of that stuff belongs in the same box in my mind, in my training book, when it comes to shoulder preparation for benching. Anything got to do with traps, just like basically traps are a massive muscle, but like upper, middle, and lower traps. Anything got to do with that kind of helps me with my bench. I've kind of messed around with a lot of different ideas. Obviously, you guys will see in a sec me doing a lot of arm wrestling work, pronation, supination, rising, cupping, all that stuff. So that's kind of what I do when I'm trying to bench a lot of weight. I try to avoid the knots in my shoulders and make the shoulders feel happy. And same with the elbows. You guys know my history with the elbow. So like that's kind of what I do for my shoulders. You know, I did a little lateral raises and I'm doing a bit of shrugs. Yesterday I did protractions. It's just warm up for the bench. That's all it really is. Nothing too crazy about it, man. I'm gonna try and get to 3 plates today again. I'm trying to kind of ramp up the intensity and try and get to the 160. Yesterday I hit 150. Felt pretty good. I got a big mid-back cramp, which kind of screwed me up a little bit, but it still moved really, really well. So, yeah, that's kind of the idea of it all. It's just rehab work, really. Makes everything feel really warm. Just makes benching nicer when the muscles that are gonna be working are feeling nice and warm. Just makes it nicer existence. Kaizen says, weighted swimming is the best workout. Yeah, that's it, man. Working out a lot can grind down motivation over time. Do you have any tricks to not skip or delay workouts? I'm due to lift today, but struggling to get going. I've spoken at length about some of these ideas, man. I think one of the key ingredients of how I rock up every single day is because I'm so loose with my training ideas. I always refer to these training ideas as buckets, right? So yesterday, I really wanted to warm up the shoulders, but I didn't really feel like lateral raises. For whatever reason, lateral raises is not something that I get excited about. So I was like, let me do protractions instead. So I have the ability to kind of change things on the fly depending on how I feel. I'm not fitting a rigid structure over a biological creature like I am, with so many different variables, always flipping around every day. You know, work, life, family life, wife, kids, all that stuff. All that, you know, we all have our life, right? And so everything's happening, but training has to be in a box, rigid box. What the fuck is that? What sort of crazy shit is that? How come you want to place a rigid structure over something that is fluid and always dynamic and moving and whatever? Makes no sense to me. So I reckon one of the biggest reasons why you yourself don't feel like getting up and going to training is because you have mentally sold yourself on this solid structure that you have to fit into the box, and it's kind of eating your motivation away. Me, I'll come in here, man, I don't want to do lateral raises, I'll do some shrugs. Fuck, I don't want to do some shrugs, I'll do some protractions. I don't do any of that, I'm going to take a farmer's carry, suitcase carry. All of these things are just accessory movements for me, and there's many different kinds I can do. I want to do bench press. Okay, tomorrow I might not want to do deadlifts instead. So there is this freedom that I have, and as you guys know, we can all appreciate freedom in life and also in gymming. So if you are struggling for motivation, I encourage you to be more free, and then you will skip like a ballerina into the gym for a training session. All right, let me do some more of this. All right, 120. Now, let me turn these lights on. Will be handy. Christopher says, if you want to get into bodybuilding, understand it's all about chemical compounds more so than it is the gym and the diet. Well, I guess if you're going into that, type of bodybuilding, I guess. Kaizen says, competitive bodybuilding is the way, but generally trying to have good body composition and an aesthetic look is a good thing. Competitive bodybuilding is the way. Oh my goodness, what a statement. Flavio says it's all about discipline. I see all guys do lats before bench press to activate their back muscles and get stronger base. But shrug is new to me as well. Yeah, try it, man. Try and see how you feel. You don't have to wait for somebody else to do it, dude. You can do things yourself. Like, why do you have to wait for somebody else to do it? Try, explore, experiment. It's going to be fine. Who knows? You might come up with something new. And then that new thing is named after you. How cool would that be? Scapular region always finds a way to become an obstacle for real. Well, it's winter where you are at, so I can see why it's extra important to warm up the surrounding muscle groups. Absolutely, Kaizen. Definitely feeling that one. I think you're right. I've been following a program, and at first I really enjoyed it, but some months the progressive overload workouts are more and more grueling and less fun. Hey, man. You don't have to tell me. I know that's 90% of the reason why people stop going to the gym. It's just because they feel like a robot coming in and doing these sets and reps mindlessly. Most people are training without a soul, without an intellect, without anything. They're just following programs like a good little sheep. I don't know about you guys, but that shit ain't attractive to me, man. Like, fucking set yourself free. Let go, man. Do some shit for yourself, man. Why are we all so happy to be sheep? Explore. It's not like if you get things wrong in the gym, you're going to lose your house and lose a job. Why do we have to all just be so, oh my God, I saw that guy's got really massive traps, I better follow him. Don't do that, dude. He might be on 1,000 milligrams of tren. What the fuck? Don't follow anybody. Just follow your shit, man. You have a brain. Use it. Why is everyone so keen to follow everyone? Get ideas. See what everyone else is doing and then just process that and shouldn't do. Just do whatever you want. That's always been my thing as well, man. Set yourself free. Christopher, that's it. Thoughts on my comments about bodybuilding being more so about chemical compounds than it is diet and training. Oh, Christopher, like, I mean, compounds are not for me. I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but compounds have never been part of my thought process. Like, that's just not an option. Maybe some of the other listeners and people that are viewing this might be considering compounds, but for me, it's not an option. So, you know, there's nothing for me to think about. Competitive bodybuilding is not the way to healthy or fit. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I like good relation, but I definitely think programs can help you break through perceived volume barriers. I'm not saying don't have any structure to your auto regulation. Like, people think auto regulation means just fucking random shit. It's not. It is not. You can have a goal going this way, but you don't have to just be in the car. You can also walk sometimes and ride a bike sometimes, and you can also run sometimes, skip sometimes, do whatever, catch the boat sometimes. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You're still going towards the goal, but you don't have to go by exactly what the freaking thing is telling you. Be brave, man. You know, people come into the gym and all they want to do is copy others. Holy shit, dude. Haven't you learned that there's no trustworthy people online? I don't know, like, surely I'm not the first person to tell you this. Surely I'm not the first person to give you this thought. Nobody is trustworthy in this space. Everyone is lying to you, trying to get a buck from you. People are not making these videos to help you. Most people that are really out there are just doing shit for the drama's sake and trying to get your money. And everyone is a fake natty. I know not everyone is, but for the most part, people that are really, really impressive are probably on gear. If they look impressive, they're probably on gear. And good luck to them if they are not. But I've been burnt so many times with some of these people that I just put everyone in the same box. I don't trust anybody, dude. And this is why I do whatever I want to do. It is freeing. I don't care. I don't care if some guy lifted 2 tons yesterday and he's 13 years old. Don't give a shit. We'll find out about him like all the other guys in the past. They're all going to die in their 30s. They're all going to have kidney damage and liver damage and all this sort of stuff. But guess what? By then, you don't even hear about them because they've lost their popularity and they're just gone. Because, well, this month, you know, guys, I'm just feeling unwell, blah, 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 and they just fade away. And they don't really give you the, you know, they give you the rise of the empire, but they never give you the fall. Everything has a rise and fall. If you're rising too early and you're 18 and you're peaking, or you're 23 and you're at the best shape after training 4 or 5 years, and you're selling programs, dude, you have no credibility. You've just abused drugs. But the masses out there, they just don't see that, and they're like, oh my God, he really knows about trap training because, you know, he's got massive traps. That is such a superficial, naive way to think. But unfortunately, that's the space we live in. What I'm trying to teach people or make people aware of is the self-belief. Mate, you can work this out yourself. Go lift, have fun, try things, just like any other sport. When I played basketball, dude, I just went and played basketball with my friends. 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 5-on-5, whatever the circumstance was. I just played. I made mistakes. I played. I shot off one foot this way, that way. I tried to lay up off of my left foot, but my left hand, and it felt weird, but I kept doing it, and then I worked out, oh my God, if I jump off the left and let up with the right, it makes more sense. Why is everyone trying to min-max everything? Everyone's trying to min-max, and they're learning from people that are using different rules, and they're taking drugs and all sorts of stuff, and you're trying to, it doesn't work. Go on your own way. That is my message to you. If you're feeling low on energy and motivation, that's because your soul knows that you're being lied to, probably. You're falling out of love with this thing that you're trying to follow. Be yourself, express, experiment. You're going to be fine. Just have more courage. But people are like, no, I'm going to subscribe to this next guy. Oh my God, have you seen his traps? Oh my God, have you seen his quads? He knows everything backwards. Meanwhile, the bloke that we're talking about is just juicing it up right now. That's pretty much 99% of the fitness industry. Everyone is doing some shit. You don't believe me? Okay, dude. All the best to you. I don't know what else to tell you. This is 130, I believe. Did I put them on? Yeah, I put them on. Hey, mamma mia, mamma mia, oh mamma mia. What are we doing here? What are we gonna do here? Oh, we're gonna have to do some 4-plate action. 4-plate, I wish 4-plate, 3-plate. I'd love to be at 4-plate. Bench press. We must all do bench press. Very good for you. Very good for you doing bench press. Bench press. You must do bench press every day. Oh, man. That's YouTube fitness archetype. Young guy posts a transformation video, gets popular, supplements, sponsorship, sells programs, gets exposed to steroids. And I was with, hey man, Kaizen, that is exactly, 99% of the people do that. I'm so happy that you summarized it so perfectly, man. What are your thoughts on goon maxing? Oh my goodness, I've never heard of that term before. Christopher says, Norm is always wanting to believe the crazy look is possibly natural. And every young guy that comes along with a crazy roid transformation makes them hopeful this might be a natty. Yeah, that's it, man. How many more times do we have to go through this shit before we just work it all out? Every single time, Christopher. Absolutely, man. And then they come up to me, it's not natural bloke who just trains every day and loves the training. They're like, look at him. You look like shit and you've been training for 15 years. That guy's been training for 6 months. Look at him. And the guy in the background just sits there and laughs. And we all find, and my favorite is when they go, oh, he's a genetic marvel. He is genetically gifted. That's as good as when people say, science explained, science-based training. Science. Wow. And most of these people don't even know what science is, but the word science is very popular, just say science-based and fucking just sit, bro, Or you say you have a PhD. The PhD doesn't even have to be in the right area, dude. Just say you have a PhD. Fuck, man. You could, man, it's magic show. Magic tricks, hello. Do you have a strategy for increasing your bench 1 RM? Yes. I do. I have some ideas in my mind that I'm trying to get. Absolutely. Christopher, yes, they claim genetically gifted. Then you see there before and after look like. Yeah, man, I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so juicy to me. And I'm laughing out of pain because I remember being the guy who believed that shit. All right, 3 plates. Let's get it. Man, my shoulders are feeling cooked now. It's a nice feeling warm shoulders and benching with warm shoulders. Very nice. Very nice. 150 yesterday, 140 today. Excellent. Now, after all of that is said and done, now the fun starts. How long were we? Freaking 45 minutes in and just did the bench press. Lots of talking, mate. Lots of bloody talking, mate. Too much bloody yapping. All right, what are we going to do now? Well, now we must train forearms. Now this is a proper bad angle. We must place this over here. Position here. That's better. You guys be able to see some stuff? Nice. Alrighty. So. How am I going to set this up? How am I going to set this thing up? Well, number one, this one cannot be there. What are we doing here? All right, this one and this one. Gonna make one team. Bloody beautiful, mate. I'm gonna try and superset all of this shit. Now, this one and this one make one team. Beautiful. So we're gonna go rise, curl, pronation, cupping. And should I do a little bit, but I'm running out of tools, mate. I'm bloody running out of tools. I have this thing here. Okay, there's some arts and crafts again, boys. I've got some more arts and crafts for you guys. More arts and crafts. That's what we do on this channel. We are artsandcrafts.com. You buy yourself a big ass belt and you're set, bruh. All right. Get some sizes, and Bob's your uncle. Bob is a good man. That's why you get yourself a nice belt, and then the only trouble with this shit is tying the freaking thing. Tying it nice and tight with this fat thing is kind of hard. And now we've dirtied ourselves. And then, now we've created ourselves another tool. Awesome, mate. Now, so pronation is this way, so we need to have this thing fall this way. And because this is so fat, this is going to work really well. Oh, yeah, buddy. Supination.com achieved. So, this is supination, but this is way too light. So, soon we're going to be doing a whole host of this shit, boys. Just got to set it all up nicely. Is 10 kilos too much? I don't think so. It's going to be all right. This is too light. Dang it. I wish I had a 15 kilo kettlebell. That would be sweet. But instead, we're going to make this 16 kilos. I'm going to try something I haven't tried before, which is have like 4 things I'm supersetting. And so why is this twisted now all of a sudden? All right. And then we go this way. Oh, that's pronation. Let's go supination. And then okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, this might be too much. 4 of them in a row. This is freaking hard work. And then finish on with the bloody hardest one. That's not fun. Hui. That's hard, yakka. Whew. Well, that is tough, yakka boys. 4 of these guys in a row. Gee, I've been watching your squat progress for a while. Why are you hesitant to get a coach or follow a program? Is it really just work and family, or is it more about pride wanting to figure it out alone? If you're serious about breaking through plateaus, getting help isn't weakness. It's a smart move. Even top lifters have coaches. What matters is progress, not doing it all solo. Gee, I've covered this so many times, dude. I've covered this to death. Very, very common question. Just so I don't get bored from saying the same stuff all the time, I'll try and deliver it in a different way. So many things running to my mind. First of all, about the question of figuring it out alone. Figuring what out alone? I don't know what I'm figuring out. Like, what am I trying to prove? Like, the squat every day thing is like, it's not my thing. It's not, like, I'm not sponsored by Bulgaria or something. Like, I don't understand that bit. I'm not trying to prove squat every day works at all. So there's no pride towards Bulgaria or even Abajev or any of the Bulgarian teams that he coached. It's not that at all. Why don't I get a coach? Many reasons. First of all, I like to train how I like to train all the time. There was a guy earlier in the chat that said, I'm getting bored and I'm getting frustrated and this is not working out for me. Dude, I'm not trying to go to a competition. I'm not trying to do anything. This is, oh God, how do I explain it? This is as an intellectual endeavor as it is a physical one. You might be listening to this and thinking to yourself, it's all about progress. Not for me, it ain't. For me, it's about learning something, learning about obstacles, solutions, experimentation. And so that through the process, let's say, of me trying to work something out, I'm learning. The intellectual side is very, very rewarding for me. And so then when I, let's say, get to a certain destination, I haven't just taken a tour bus and ran through it. I've actually learned about the material. I know about the content because I've had so many obstacles and I've had so many difficulties, and I've worked things out. I've worked what it hasn't worked, what has worked, and all that stuff. And at the end of it, I have a story to tell. And I'm not sure people that just follow others around, I don't know if they have a story worth telling. You know, you haven't experimented anything, you haven't really nutted anything out. You've just gone from one leader to another leader. Not to say that doesn't work. Of course it works. Of course you've had some really, really intelligent man who's taken 100 people to the gold medal. Very, very intelligent. He can teach me a lot, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. But for me, it takes away all of the fun of learning. I guess that's one way of me to explain it to you. It's not about progress or bust. You know, it's not about that. To me, this is actually fun. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, if you're not improving, then it's not fun anymore. Just run. I'm sorry if you feel that way. I certainly don't feel that way. I actually find this really, really fun to play with all these different parameters and see what works, what doesn't work. You know, do pronation before bench today, and okay, that. Do supination the next day, do rising the next day, do shrugs the next day, go for a jog, and just like all that kind of the interaction between movements. I find that truly fascinating, how that works. Now, if somebody said to me, no, every single day, dude, you need to do, star jumps before you squat because that's the proven method. It just restricts me and takes so much fun out of the experimentation. Like this, the scientific method just dies when somebody enters the picture because they are now, let's say, having fun with the intellectual side, and I just become a robot or a little pet that listens to them. I do that in every other part of my life. This is the only place where I can just be myself and just do whatever I want. If you want to treat this as another workplace, another education organization where you're just following rules, then that's you, dude. Like, you do that. But for me, no. This is more, I just want to have one area where I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? It means a lot to me to have that. And then after like, let's say I get to 300 kilo deadlift, like, I have, my words mean something, but it's taken me so long to work this out. I haven't just gone from one successful program to another. I've had many things that didn't work. And so when you have a conversation with somebody that's deadlifted for 20 years and it's finally got to 300 kilos, he can tell you a lot about stuff because the struggle was there. Why wasn't Michael Jordan a really good general manager or a really good coach? Why aren't the best players in the world the best coaches? Because they haven't struggled. Like, they've found a lot of things come their way naturally, or they've had the right situations, and they just, the person that is, crawled and scratched to get to certain places and have, failed many, many different times. Often those guys are the coaches because they've had so many obstacles. They've seen the game from a much, much different perspective than, some guy who's just flown by, 20 years old, he's become the world champ. What can that guy teach you? Like, there's nothing for the guy to teach you. Like, he's clearly gift. He's got a gift and he's got many things going for him. He hasn't failed enough for him to teach you something. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the love of the game, the student of the game. And you get that through sucking. You know what I mean? Like, whether you understand that or not, like, you literally get that through sucking. Obviously, you need to have some success to work out a solution, but that doesn't happen because some guy's giving you the equation at the end. No. You need to get to the equation. How did you get to that? And that process of struggle, the obstacle jumping, is what teaches you and gives you credibility because you have done the work. Do you understand? Somebody else didn't do the work for you. You've done the work. That, for me, is really, really something that draws me in. I'm not really having fun with this supination business. It's not really feeling how I want it to feel. Not at all. No, I reckon there's a better way of doing this. I'm going to work something out later on. I'm going to give that a miss now. So this rising curl feels the best. Out of all those things, one. Oh, that was excellent. Excellent, mate. Hey, John, how are you, dude? Josh. Why doesn't who do push-ups, Apollo? You're talking past me, dude. Apollo, I'm starting to think you're just bullshitting me. You just keep saying some bullshit things, man. You're like instigating something. Hey, Ethan, how are you, brother? What's going on, man? Oh. Oh, Josh, happy birthday for the other day, man. How old did you turn, Josh? How old are you, man? Oh, man. I reckon what we can bloody do, mate, is bloody beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Oh, a couple of kettlebells later. Should I get this longer one? Will this work? Mate. This might bloody work. You're 29. You're going through it today, Ivan. Yeah, man. Going through it every day. Every bloody day. Is this longer? I think this is longer, isn't it? You're fucking kidding me. They're like identical. How did I do that? Identical lengths. Oh, bloody beautiful, mate. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it. Oh, fuck. That is brutal. Fucking forearm's gonna blow up. Oh man, this is number 3. All right. For supination exercise, have you tried placing on thumb? Jaden, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean on thumb? The forearm pump must be immense. Yeah. The forearm pump is crazy when you're supersetting all these. If it's the reps, sets, volume, or consistency. Yeah, brachialis is getting it. It's a good feeling, man. Forearms are getting really, really pumped. Feels great. I think now, because the pump is so crazy, I'm gonna give it a rest for 2 seconds. Take you guys over to this contraption and do some bloody warm-ups here, mate, for the squats, and we'll superset arm wrestling with squats. Oh, why would you do that? This makes it fun, man. Shit is fun. Oh yeah. Hey, Pragmatic Dark Hawaii, brother. Welcome back, man. Time for a physique update. Oh, it's not time for that, dude. Too cold out here, bro. Oh, man, it's so good. Ratum, how you going? Kaizen, everything at once, man. It's pretty good fun. Has anybody ever done squats and arm wrestling training at once? Oh, it's funny. That is pretty funny. Oh. The new hybrid training. Oh, man. All right. Keeps all warm. Now let's get back to where were we? Plus the squats. Whoop. Uh-huh. Now we're talking business. Uh-huh. Now we're talking. Guna, I'm good, man. How are you, brother? What's going on with you? All right. Now, setting up the squat. Thought that was going to fall. Alrighty, now let's get my arm wrestling set in. Pumped up adductors. Oh man, the left is so much fucking weak. Oh. Brutal. Freaking arm pump. Ah. Bayesian kills for bicep work. Last few months I really... Oh wow, I've not ever heard about that, let alone tried it. That is interesting type of curl. I'll have to look it up. Literally missing the middle part. My right foot points out. Like your right foot is rotating out. There must be you missing internal rotation of the hip, probably. That's what that points to me, man. All right, 140. Oh shit. Oh. All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Is that how it used to go? Limp Biscuit? Was that the... Well, those are the guys, Limp Biscuit? Who remembers those? That group. Limp Biscuit. What a name for a bloody group. I feel like I've overcooked it today. The bench took a little while, 85 minutes. All right, and after the squats, we've got some pronation. Yay, pronation. Let's get some pronation. Man, that takes so much freaking mental concentration. Oh, goodness me. Ne to dirat, bebo. Ne. Ne dirati to. Ok? Ne. Daj. Oh, little kids, man. Absolute angels. Oh, man. It's a different vibe hitting bloody squats with pumped forearms. Different bloody vibe. Let's see, 180. One bloody 80, right? Hey, what's going on? Hard to explain, but essentially you set up facing away from the cable machine. Set up the cable low, take a few steps out and curl whilst facing away. Your arm starts from behind you. Yeah, Pragmatic Duck. I reckon there was a fella in the gym that showed me this. I remember him. He showed me this very thing. I didn't realize what it was called. I think he called it that as well, actually. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that was very nice, man. Very nice stretch. That's what I've been thinking. When I landed, I was probably too... Oh, right there, right. Whole second fence. Yep, rolling. Damn. Limp Bizkit goes crazy. All my message getting deleted. I ain't deleting shit, dude. Jihad, you got you got something going on with you, man. What are you trying to do, brother? Go use your time a bit more better than what you're doing right now. I'm only lifter and competitor, but I love your videos, bro, and your squat series. Keep it up. Thank you, VS. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Let's hit this 180, eh? Why not hit 180? See how it feels. Oh. Pump forearms. Oh, that's so good. What's my body weight right now? Oh, dude, I haven't even weighed myself in a little while. Probably around 103, 104, if I had to guess. I don't think I'm 105 yet. I was sick a month or so ago, and I don't think I've got my weight back yet. Still feel kind of flat. The bench hasn't come back to the pre-sickness, so that's probably a good indicator where I stand, how the bench feels. So yeah, around there somewhere, I reckon. Oh, man. Alrighty. God, this pronation is a killer. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. Oh. Alrighty. I'll do one more of those sets. And there'll be 7 sets of everything. Not bad. Filler exercises. Gotta love that. Oh man. All right, the next set might be tough. I think the pronation is the toughest one. My forearms are literally vibrating right now. Freaking vibrating. Good. Elbows are locked and loaded. Okay, let's attack. Oh shit, my kettlebell snapped. When did that happen? Let's go, 1. That is it, boys. Mission accomplished. That is all I got. We've crossed an hour and a half, haven't we? Hour and a half, yeah, shit. Too long. Too long today. Boys, I'm gonna head off. Appreciate all of you fellas for chilling out with me. Like always, I'll see you guys tomorrow, a little bit earlier tomorrow, earlier part of the day. So let me guess, in about 15 hours, 16 hours, I'll be back. Yeah, it's a bit earlier. Thanks, Progressive Duck. You too, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow if we line up our days. If not, you have a good day tomorrow, dude. And for everyone else, I'll catch you guys around, eh? Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Peace out.